Hello everyone, welcome to our last course of Supermap SMC 5D application analysis. Today we are going to do statistical analysis. In this course, we are going to make a statistical analysis of POI quantity. So let's first look at what data we are going to use. In this course, we are going to use the POI data. And then we do statistic analysis. There will be many processions in this course, but I think you can learn about it, and then we are going to lay out our results and make a description of our results. So the first, let's open Supermap at the top, and then open our workspace we saved before here. Also, we are going to first open the city. I also use Rajshahi city. Open the cities and the province of Rajshahi, and also in the previous courses, we only extract hospital or bank or parks from the POI. Today, we are going to count the whole POI. So here we'll also enter count map, and then we are going to extract all POIs from Rajshahi, and here we use the simplest way to extract it. Use the map clip and select object. We select the province boundary and right click it, and here we remove the layer we don't want to clip, and here we the POI to the Rajshahi, and OK. Then let's remove the whole POI and only add to count map. So here is all the POIs in Rajshahi, and then let's open the attribute table to see its attributes. Here we found that their ID, code, and the class name of the POI. But here we want to, we are going to count the POI's numbers of each city. So we want to end the city. We want to count the POIs of each city, next the Rajshahi city or other cities. So how to do it? The first, we need to append a new field to the POI data. And the new field is the city named. So let's first see how to do it. Here we are going to use Dataset attribute update functions. These functions can generalize, update the fields from one dataset to another dataset, and the conditions can satisfy this spatial relationship. So here we will use the cities data, which the city, here we can see the cities data. Open attribute. Here we can see the name2 is the city's name. So here, if we can append the city's name to the POI's name, POI's data, so we can divide the POI by city boundary. So here we are going to use the city to and city names to the POI data, and with the spatial relationship with contain. Here we can see this column is the attributes of the cities. Here we can see the name 0, 1, 2, and the name 2 is the city's name. So here, and the target field is the POI fields. So here we need to add the name2 to the target field POI's data with the condition contain. So and then we will get the results here like this. Each POI has the fields have the attributes of city names. So let's do it. This function is under the data menu, and we can find it under the data processing and dataset attributes update. And here we set the data with attributes offered. We use city. It will offer the name2 fields, and the target data we are going to set POI data. And here the spatial relationships we select contain, which contains in the cities, and also the next we are going to set the field settings. And here we check the name2. We want to add the city's name to the here. This is the existed fields of POI. If you select them, it the previous the original attributes will be replaced by the new attributes. So here we are going to new a field. We're going to new. We don't change the original fields. So we just create a new field, and the name is also as same as the city. And here we can to execute it. We first close the attribute table and open it again. Here we can see the attributes of the table is updated with the name of city. Here and we can create a semantic map to see clearly the fields attributes. And here we are going to semantic map, and then the expression. Here we can select the city name. So here it will divide the POI with the city name with different color. So here the first we already divide the POI based on the city name, and then the next we need to count the number of each POI. just like here. First, let's see how many classes in POI. Here we can use this class. Here we can see there are so many classes of API. That's impossible to account all these types, and it is also unnecessary. So here we only select some of these classes to count to get their counts. Just like you can select your interested classes, just like bank, or if you want to know how many bakery in this city, or how many banks, or how many cafe, or how many fast food, or hospital, hotel, like this, you can only select the classes you are interested. You don't need to count all these classes. So here I will only select 4 classes and get their counts. I select hospital, bank, supermarket, pharmacy. This okay. Let's first count this classes number. How to do it? Here we are going to use the summary field. And here, this summary field, you can right-click at the attribute table of the field, and then select summary field. Here, we are going to use we're going to count the POI of each city. So here we need to group by the city name. And the target data we are going to we can store save the result as a new data set, and the summary field will also select the city name. So here we go. The first we select the class, this field, the class field, and then right click it. Here we can find summary field, and the filter, here we select if class get value, and the first we are going to statistic get to the hospital. Where is hospital? Equal hospital. Okay, and the group we select name to the city name, and the target data we rename the saved data set, and the summary field we also select city name, and we go execute it. Here we can open the result. It is a table data set. Here we can see in Bogora there are 9 hospitals, and there are 7 hospitals in Rajshahi city, and also here we got the count of each city, and then let's do the others also the same way. And here we select Next is what? Let me see. Bank, supermarket, and pharmacy. Equal, we found bank. Okay, and the group by the city name, only name, bank, and name to summary field. Okay, we can brew it. And here is the bank counts of each city, and here needs also summary field to class. The next is what? Supermarket, I think. Supermarket. Okay, and here supermarket and group by city name, summary field also city name, and here we got the supermarket results, and then field class equal pharmacy. You can select other classes. Here I just make these 4 classes as examples. Pharmacy, group by name to then here we got 4 classes counts. So the next we are going to we want to show the statistic results on the map. Just like we want to show these results on the map, so here we need to append this result to the city dataset, to the city layers, and then we can create a semantic map to create let's see, just here we can create semantic map. Here we can create a graph map to do statistic. So the next we need to append these 4 data sets result to cities. So how we are going to do? We can use the append column, this function, to realize it. This function is because here we can see their name to these four classes. All have name 2 fields, and this is the city name, and also the city, and also the city attributes have the name 2 fields, which is city name. So we are going to use these same fields to connect the city dataset and these 4 table datasets. So here we find data processing and append column. Here the target data we will append the data to the city layer, and the join field we select name 2, and the source data, the providing data we select bird hospital, and join field also name 2. Here we can select append field. We need to append the statistic count to the city and here we select OK. If finished, here we can close it and open it. Here we can see the statistic count also append to the city dataset. And here here we need to change the this name, this field name. How to do it? And first we can click attribute structure, and let's click it again, and attribute table. Here we can see we can add a new field. Here we name hospital, and the type we keep int and apply it. So here there will be a hospital, and then we can update field with, then we copy statistic count to the hospital. So here it is. So the next three classes will do these same steps. The first we're going to append the column to the city. Use the city name, the bank, and statistic count. Because the name the four classes fields statistic count are same, so we need to change this. Need to new field to store the results, so we can know what this statistic count mean. Okay, and open. So here we got the second one, statistic count, and also we name it with new bank, and apply it, and update the field with the second statistic count. Okay, so here we also do the same with the supermarket and pharmacy. You need to reopen it, and the table can be updated. And supermarket, and apply it, and then update the supermarket field with the statistic count. Okay, apply it. And the last one, we're going to append column, name 2, and pharmacy, name 2, statistic count. Close it. Here we add new pharmacy, right, and update field, just to count 3. So here we and the statistic result to the city dataset. So how the next is how do we use this statistic result? here we will update this field, and then we are going to create a graph on the map. We use create semantic map. We close it. We close these tables. Here we made a semantic map. Then we also make a semantic. Here we do not use POI data because we also get the POI statistic result, and then we're going to use the city layer because the results are all appended on the city layer. So we here create graph map. Here we can select column or pie or ring or rows or these types. Here I just make the column as example. Here we can see the color scheme, the graph type. This color you can also change it here if you use pie or 3D pie, ring. You can select any one of this if you think it suits for your result. When we confirm the graph type, here we also can also graduate the constant. We can set it as default or any one you want, and then we need to add the items to the graph. And here we need to display the hospital, bank, supermarket, and pharmacy. Okay. Let's remove the first one. So here we can see the hospital, bank, supermarket, pharmacist result. The statistic results are displayed on the map with the graph. And here we can also set the styles of it. So here we can see we can add the graph labels and the label format. So we can just set a value, and we can set the label style. Here we can change the label size much bigger. And change the label, the color. Also here we can add the outline and just like it. Here we can also set the axis options, the labeling, or you can only on display or Y or display all. So here we just use on display because we don't need much information about it. So here I think here is the result. So then we can make our map much beautiful. So here we set the layer style of our city and make the results much clearly. Here we can do not show the POI points here, and we can add city names to the map so we can know this is which city it is. Also create semantic map to add the name label map. Okay. And here we select the city name is name 2. That's right. And here the style, we can change the style and font size, and also font color. Here we can see the graph and the name are over the graph. The name are overlaid on the graph. So here we need to do some modification, and how to do it? Here we right click at the label layer, and right click it. We can save the label layer as a CAD data set, and here we can then city name. Okay, and then we add the name to count map. We can set this on variable. Also set this on variable. Here we can see. Then we can modify the position of these city names. Here, then we do see this icon looks like a pen. Here we can click it. Then we can edit this layer. So here we can select and show it, and we can move it to other place. And also this city and this city. We do not only just make a result on the map. We also need to think how can we make the map much beautiful, because you want if you want to show your country or city to others, you also want them to understand what means of this maps. So here we can this city junk chat. Here we can maybe put it here. So that's right. Then here the results just like this, and this is much better, so we can know the results of each city. And so here we can save the map. Here the map we saved. Then the next we are going to also make a diagram for the whole city. So here we can find the city. We also use the city layer, and right click it, then we add to diagram. Here we can also choose any styles of this diagram. Here I just take column as the example, and then here city, and here we also add the statistic field. We also add hospital, bank, supermarket, pharmacy, and then the ending items. So here we can get the total numbers of our whole city. Then here we can also change the color of this of the results, and then here we can also change. Here is the legend of the diagram, and we can change the styles. We can change the view color bar. Now if we select bar, it will be like this. So here, and then also we can set the title. We can set the title as total we can say the total facilities. And we can set the font size much bigger. And then we can also set the x-axis caption. Here we select this as facilities. Change the sum. We can set the total number. Here we can see there are 147 banks in Russia, and here are 41 supermarkets in Russia, and 71 pharmacies in Russia, and 55 hospitals in Russia. So then here we also can save this diagram. Then we can find the diagram under the workspace manager. On the diagrams here, we can see this is this. So here, let's say we create two different styles of the statistic results. The first one we show the graph on the map, and the next one we create a total counts of the facilities of Russia. And then here we can go into layout. We can end this results to one picture. During these days, also some participants asked me how to lay out map, because we already have had the mapping course before, so this course purpose is about the application analysis, so we do not emphasis on the mapping, but also we need you to have the mapping knowledge, and you know how to make map, map much beautiful, and how to lay out your map, how to end the north arrow or legend or title or skills on the map, all these elements. So here I will show you. Then here we can close it. We can remove the We can remove these layers we don't use anymore, and just save it. And how to layout? Here we can see the layouts under the workspace. Here we can new a layout, and here is some temples. Also we use the blank temple, and here we see the style. The first thing we can add the maps, diagrams, text in table, also the skill legend, the lost arrow. Here we first add map. Here we select the map you saved before also can make layouts. Here I just show the our last the statistical results. So here is the map, and I think we can make. Here and the vertical page and much bigger, so we can make a much clearer map. And then so here we can see it like this, and across the map. About the details functions, you can you can find the layout under our help document, technology document, and layouting and printing. Here you can see how to lay out your map, and you can also go to YouTube to first to focus to search Supermap, and then search keywords of layout or mapping. Then you can find the operation videos about the layouts. Now here we can add we can also add a diagram. Here we add the diagram. And then we can also add the legend. Here we can just so here is legend, and also the lost arrow, and also the skill. And so also we can change the style of it, and the lost arrow also you can change the style, and also here we can add the text, just like the we can add the title of your picture. So here we add facilities statistical analysis of your virtually. Here we can change the text contents and the font. Also the size. You can see it. Also the color of the so here is a simple layout of and we can save the result. Don't forget to save your result, and here then we can export our layout. We can export to picture or export to PDF. You can select format JPG, PNG, or change the resolution of it. Here we can. Then we can find the result, the layout. So here is the layout, and a simple layout. Let's see our result analysis. Here we can see from the statistical result about the Russia has more than 140 banks and 17 pharmacies, more than 50 hospitals, and more than 40 supermarkets. And Bulgaria has the largest number of banks, a total of 36, and followed by Russia City with 34 banks. And Bulgaria and Russia have the same number of pharmacies. Also, the Jamhuriyet has the least number of banks, only with 5, while Login has the least number of pharmacies and supermarkets, both with only 1. So here we can see the result from the statistic. I think today's content is all about this. But as I said, you can count, you can statistic, you can make any other classes statistic for your city, and show and display and show them to us. Then I think let's make a summary of our course. The whole course we are using 5 days with data from DIVA and OSM. We analyzed the relationship among hospitals, buildings, areas, and population using vector analysis. Then we analyzed the terrain feature and the bank distribution using raster analysis. We also made optimal routes from one position to another using network analysis. And in the last course, we made statistical analysis of POI quantity. Here we got many results from our course. So here we have some requirements for your final work. here I already uploaded these requirements on the Google Classroom. So we hope you can make your maps as beautiful as possible. If you don't know how to rendering your results, you can search the videos on the YouTube. YouTube to find the mapping operations videos, and then we want you to put the results of 4 days or select a few results that you think are good in one file. You can make a PDF or Word or PPT. Also, you can choose to make a poster or brochure to show your map. And here, I just give your poster example about this. You can make a poster or brochure of your whole whole results. And also you should enter your full name, university, and country in your file. So we can know. After our course, we will send certificates for you. So we need the full name and the detailed information of you. And also we need you to submit your work through Google Classroom. So I think that's all for our SMS 5 days application analysis course. Here I want to thank you for your attending and wish you a good life. See you next time. Bye.